Before joining AmeriCorps Project Change, I never saw myself as someone who would work in a school setting, but I decided to try it. Being a Montgomery County alumni, I felt naturally drawn to giving back to my community at large. I wanted to take initiative in trying something new, learning more about myself, developing new skills, and building on traits that I already had. From someone who can be very introverted, I knew this would take me out of my comfort zone, but this was a risk I was willing to take. AmeriCorps provided me an outlet for where I could strengthen my passions and even nurture them into something even more impactful. One of the ways that AmeriCorps allowed me to explore my interests was through providing a medium that allowed me to create a mentoring program at Sligo Middle School. Through this program, I planned many workshops, and with the help of other members, we mentored these students. Additionally, working with Achieving Collegiate Excellence and Success, ACES, is where I was able to use my writing skills to help students with the college process. These students come from very disadvantaged backgrounds, oftentimes being first-generation college students like myself. Because of this, I knew that I could relate to them and their struggles. The students at ACES really restored my motivation and gave me another reason to want to pursue higher education, to inspire other students like me to go to college. Being a recipient of 5 scholarships this year, I was able to serve as a positive role model and even help them get scholarships too. While I was able to build on my writing skills, there was still room for improvement in other sectors. One of my weaknesses has always been public speaking, which is something that I was able to improve on through my time at AmeriCorps. With ACES, I would prevent college and career readiness workshops, and I even spoke at the annual ACES kickoff event about my own personal story. Having to present was nerve-wracking but also exciting because I was able to try something that I had never once pictured myself with the capability to excel in. Another experience where I learned a lot was through volunteering at the Saturday school in a classroom. Believe me, this was not one of my strengths. I found that trying to command attention in a room full of 5th graders to be very challenging. They occasionally even try to pick on me because my name is Wendy, like the fast food place. I had to learn how to be patient. This one student, Xavier, came to class one day with his head down, refusing to do any work. The teacher tried asking him what was wrong, but he wouldn't speak. She had run out of options, so I decided to try and talk to him. I took him outside, and I remember at first he was reluctant to share any information. But as time passed, we began talking about our families, who we interacted with, our siblings, etc. Through these conversations that had nothing to do with school, the student slowly began trusting me and eventually opened up to me on why he was sad. It turns out that his mom had had her custody taken away and was no longer able to see him. He missed his mom, and because of that, he was not able to focus on his schoolwork. For me, it made no sense to try and make him do schoolwork when there were clearly other issues affecting his well-being. I was there as a listening ear, and after talking about his issues, the student became more willing to do work, even began participating in our reading exercises. Being able to help the student with his personal issues, but also in becoming more engaged in school, is something I found very rewarding. I had never thought of myself as a leader in any way. I always felt like I succeeded in doing behind-the-scenes work. Now, as I finish my first year, I can see how much I've changed. I started off by being very shy, but I have grown to be a very ambitious leader. With Project Change, I have learned how to speak up, and I feel more confident in taking on different challenges. However, there's still more room for growth. Without doubt, I'm looking forward to signing on with AmeriCorps for a second year.